Nebraska football wrapped up the 2024 season with a 7-6 record, a result that positions them as slightly better than average in the broader context of college football. However, for a program with Nebraska's storied past and high expectations, this record is considered below par. Despite securing a win in the bowl game, this season's tally marks a return to mediocrity for a team that has seen better days. The performance might be the new benchmark for Nebraska football, suggesting that this level of achievement could be as good as it gets moving forward, given the current landscape of college sports. The Huskers started the 2024 season with an impressive 5-1 record, showcasing a team that looked energized and complete. However, the narrative changed dramatically halfway through the season. The team that had shown promise earlier in the year seemed to unravel, leading to a series of losses that highlighted deficiencies in both strategy and execution. Head coach Matt Rhule, known for his motivational speaking, was optimistic at the season's start, but found his tone shifting as the team's performance dipped. Rhule, who has faced criticism for his in-game decisions, particularly his management of time and questionable play calls, eventually made a significant move by replacing the offensive coordinator midseason. The former offensive coordinator of the Nebraska football team faced criticism for allowing personal issues and a negative attitude to impact his professional responsibilities, which resulted in his demotion instead of termination. His lackluster coaching performance cast doubts on his prospects for future employment, yet he remained on staff due to his long-standing connection with the head coach. This choice has been perceived by many as an error, considering his history of underachievement, indicating the team might benefit from progression beyond this known shortfall. The introduction of a new coordinator, despite his own public controversies, ushered in a strategic refresh and morale uplift, leading to a modest improvement in team performance. This shift underscores the intricate balance between loyalty and effective leadership, offering hope for a revitalization of Nebraska's football program. The 2024 season also marked the debut of a 5-star quarterback recruit, a legacy player whose father played for Nebraska. This quarterback began the season with notable control and accuracy, but faced significant challenges mid-season, attributed in part to the former offensive coordinator's influence. The young quarterback's performance improved under the new offensive coordinator, setting a hopeful tone for future seasons. The landscape of college football has undergone significant transformation, propelled by legal outcomes such as the House v. NCAA settlement, affecting roster limits, scholarship allocations, and the fundamental framework of collegiate athletics. Nebraska, once celebrated for its storied history, now navigates this altered terrain where competitive balance seems to be shaped more by progressive policies and administrative initiatives focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion, rather than the traditional values of hard work, teamwork, and competitive spirit. The NCAA's shift to a 105-player roster limit for the 2025 season, replacing the earlier 85 scholarship cap, is perceived by some as a method to introduce liberal ideological changes under the guise of equalized opportunities, signaling a significant cultural shift. This policy has raised concerns regarding the potential decline of the walk-on tradition at Nebraska, where most walk-ons hail from the state's largely white population. Critics contend this move might be part of a broader plan to change the demographic composition of college football teams, particularly affecting programs like Nebraska, renowned for providing opportunities to non-scholarship athletes to showcase their talent. These athletes, often viewed as undiscovered gems or dreamers, now see their chances diminished, which some attribute to the NCAA's underlying agenda. The influence of external policies originating from questionable sources concerning players' safety and development indicates a move to intertwine sports with political and social agendas. This shift is perceived by critics as an encroachment by subversive forces, intent on altering college football's foundational values and traditions. They fear that the sport, once defined by athletic achievement and teamwork, is now being reshaped to fit broader ideological narratives, potentially diluting its core essence. Nebraska fans are left to navigate these changes, with the understanding that the championship days of the past are not likely to return in this new era. The Huskers are now positioned to be a team with average seasons, occasionally punctuated by better years, but without the dominance they once enjoyed. The team's facilities, history, and fan base remain strong, Yet the sport itself is in flux, with rules and regulations increasingly influenced by those outside the traditional football community. As Nebraska looks to the future, the balance between maintaining competitive integrity and adapting to these sweeping changes will define its place in college football. The 2024 season, with its ups and downs, might just be as good as it gets for Nebraska football in this transformed landscape.